we'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers.
First and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
Taken down at the 14.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
That's good for a Charger.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. It'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here first and 10 at the 20.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdowns.
Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Desmond King picks it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Chamberlain. This is caught. He's in for a Charger touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd down. Chamberlain, completion here to Claypool. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden,
Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. The 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
Tyler Boyd.
A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The numbers from a week ago for Funchess. 7 catches, 73 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Devin Funchess, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Pickup brings up 2nd.
2nd and 1.
At the 14-yard line.
Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. He is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this 1st quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Chargers 14, Bengals 7.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They run with Hunt, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Extra point.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well? Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. His first carry, loses the football, and picked up by the Chargers. And the return will stop right around the 25. He's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run it here with Hunt. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Robert Foster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
This is Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up up with an offense that has things going so well where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And to give this time to the tailback.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. Chamberlain. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
Chamberlain's pass intercepted by the Bengals.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Desmond King picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now it's Hunt. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Kareem Hunt in the final seconds of the first half. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Kickoff for the Chargers.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Derwin James with a hit. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Bengals. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Burrow looking to pass. And the pressure gets to him again.
Joe Burrow sacked.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
No, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
At their own 7-yard line.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field.
They've got his man complete. Touchdown, LA! Mecole Hardman, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st down, Bengals.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Elliott fights loose. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add this gain to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
The Chargers take over first down.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
At the 12-yard line.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself,
he's got it complete. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Chamberlain. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're heading towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
10 yards to go.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. Chamberlain. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Chase Claypool there to make the grab. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
14.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for those encounters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down, Cincinnati.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Elliott, incomplete. Derwin James on the coverage.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow uncorks one for Davis. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. More from L.A. in a moment. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal. It's some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knocking on the door. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because
and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Chase Claypool, 59 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. And they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3.
And 3 at the 32-yard line.
They're passing here, and Joe Burrow loses the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the side. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Bet, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, here's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Michael Badgley.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25 yards.
Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Quick slant as the throw's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Gain of 12. First down.
Burrow will throw. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
To the air again, Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Burrow on third down. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Complete.
Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Kevin King there defensively.
And Burrow going to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chargers, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0.